Well, good morning, everybody. Good to see everybody again. Happy New Year. This is, I guess, the first program that I'm doing after the new year. I hope everyone is doing well. I have two distinguished guests here with me. I would like to ask them to please introduce themselves, and then we could get to know them a little bit better. Professor?
Hello, everyone. My name is Professor Dr. Erdogan Akiz. I'm the founding dean of Hospitality Management and Tourism School at Central Asian University in Tashkent.
Lovely, lovely. Sajdev, please.
Hi, my name is Sajdev Ramakrishna, and I'm an IT entrepreneur.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, IT entrepreneur, that covers a whole range of things. Please tell us a little bit more about this, Sajdev.
Yeah, Raveen. So the idea was that the Uzbek economy is at the right cusp of transformation.
True.
Really, there's the tailwinds of the push from the presidential decree that's wanting to get the largest companies here to be economically more efficient, be more modern in the way they conduct their operations and management, and thereby also to attract international investments. And therefore, we thought it's a very ripe moment to try and bring in IT technologies to help these companies either streamline their manufacturing and or their supply chain, make that more agile, make them more customer-oriented, help them to use data to drive their decisions, and basically just up the game, up the ante of what they do.
That's great. Now, IT is a big sector.
Right.
And so what part of it are you involved in? And are you doing this as a teacher, or are you doing this as a businessman?
So I came here to run a joint venture.
Nice.
And the idea was also to build up a local Uzbek team to skill them in modern ways of IT project management, more rigorous governance, greater adherence to the project timelines and budgets, the ability to negotiate with customers and stakeholders and come to a consensus, because technology is fast moving and sometimes you've got to control the trajectory of what you do to deliver customer outputs in time and to value. So largely we started with enterprise resource planning software. But clearly, as I spend more time in Uzbekistan, having traveled the length and breadth of the country, and it's a wonderful country, I understood that digital-led plays could transform agriculture, which is a quarter of the GDP, could help transform education to deliver greater learning outcomes to students, aspirants to go to the West and work for the biggest companies, could transform the retail industry, could transform logistics. So the play is obviously horizontal and wide, and therefore I stuck on here. And of course, I also try and impart some of this practical learning as a visiting practitioner at some of the leading universities here.
Lovely. Well, I would like to talk more about IT, but let's get to know a little bit about the professor. So, Professor, what are you professor of? And tell us a little bit more about yourself, please.
Wow. I'm a passionate traveler. I've been to more than 40 countries. I live around 15 of them. And I'm a tourism and hotel management professor. I got my PhD from Hong Kong Polytechnic University, which is considered to be #1 in the area of tourism and hotel management education. And for the last 2.5 years, I've been living in Uzbekistan. This beautiful country has great potential, and with the government, as my speaker mentioned, decree, there's a great importance paid on tourism and hotel management. You know, the government is diversifying their income and having a great potential with the history of Silk Road, the culture, the food, and as you can see, you know, the effect of the Uzbek delicious food on me. There is a great potential, and currently we are working with a British university to provide international education to our students so that they will be equipped to handle the tourism and hospitality demand from the industry once they are ready. We are working on a couple of partnerships. Our Akfa Group is the franchisee of Hilton International Hotel, and our students will have executive link and opportunity to practice what they learn in their classroom. And we believe, as a Central Asian University, we believe that the knowledge, international knowledge from the books, from the theory, should be combined with the practice and culture of the local country. So Uzbek culture, strong partnership, and international certification will help the country to best equip itself for the future.
Lovely. Now, you said international certification. So are you guys, where is that offered? At the university level? What do you do?
Sure. Our students are following a British curriculum right now. Confederation of Tourism and Hospitality is a British-based company that provides certification from level 2, which is more skill-based education, to level 3, level 4, and level 5, which is the equivalent of bachelor's degree in the British system. Our students, by taking their course with our international faculty members, not only gaining the local certification, which is a bachelor's degree from Uzbekistan, but also international recognition from the British government. So it is a nice way of combining and bringing the international education to Uzbekistan. Because I study abroad, which had, some advantages, I am not lying, but it was very costly from the financial side, from the emotional side. Being away from my family was a very big investment. Getting exactly the same degree at the convenience of your own country, own home, is a great opportunity. And Central Asian University is one of the universities, not the only one, of course. Team University, Westminster, Webster, and others are doing the same business model. However, we believe that with the backing of Akfa Group, we are one of the strongest in the area. We have a huge investment in the campus. We have 5 faculties: dentistry, medicine, engineering, business, and recently joined hospitality management and tourism. So this is, all in all, it's a great opportunity for the youth, for the future of Uzbek country.
Well, lovely. There are some questions I wanted to ask you, which I will. But Sajdeep, let's talk about IT business is growing.
Right.
And it started in some countries, in some more developed countries, and it's just taking over, and there's more space for, of course, expansion. Now, I would like to hear about the work that you currently doing in Uzbekistan, and how can Uzbekistan benefit from IT and from your expertise?
Right. So, Ramin, it depends on where you apply IT, but when it comes to the largest impact in the economy, it'll come from transforming the largest of companies, because it's also signaling to investors that you're taking these big motherships in the ocean and getting them more agile, right? Getting the elephant to dance.
Yes, yes.
So for that, it needs a couple of things. One is constantly my refrain to stakeholders, both in the government and in businesses.
Yes.
Think business impact. Don't think of IT alone. Don't be technology-led, but be business-led. A business decision maker has to be the real stakeholder. So there should be a clear ROI on really what this IT does. So you don't just play the game and then say, leave the match or game halfway to say, well, we did what we did, best effort. Hopefully in God's good time, something will emerge, right? So that thing is very important. The other thing is the push has to really come from the top, simply because it's, again, signals urgency, it signals commitment, it signals the value of IT.
Right.
The third thing, of course, is looking The largest companies should look at IT investments as a portfolio, not a one-off IT project. So you should look at the landscape of what an airline company does, what an automotive company does, what a retail company does, what a large hotel or tourism company does, and then see what can you do through IT that makes you more customer oriented, get you deeper insights into the market, help you therefore innovate or productize or produce services relevant to that market. How do you then price it again using more intelligence? And what IT does clearly most beneficially and commonly is brings agility and brings transparency and visibility. So everyone in the supply chain plays to the same orchestra or the same score. The supplier doesn't ship anything to the factory that's not necessarily being produced to market. So therefore, rather than using supply chain management, can it be more demand-driven management, customer-led management? So those are, I think, things that I say. And the other thing, of course, is for foreign companies, as my dear friend Erdogan said, one has to immerse yourself in local society because Uzbekistan has its own economic landscape, it has its own talent. How do you weave international practices and bring alongside local talent? Young folks here are bright, ambitious, wanting to learn it all. So how do you get them to shadow international experts, transfer some knowledge?
Well, I mean, that's what I would like to ask both of you, actually, how you do that. But one of the things that you said that was just important, and me also doing business here as, American Institute, you said that one of the things you said that change or that drive or demand should come from the top.
Right.
Okay, so just quickly, briefly, because we kind of run out of time, it seems. How should that? I mean, how would you deal with people so that they actually know that it should come from the top?
So one is, of course, here the advantages because there's a presidential decree in Uzbekistan that encourages or incentivizes large companies to go digital. One. Two is to say you're running a certain revenue or a profit book. Can you make that more optimal? What can we do to help you make it more profitable, make it more agile, make it more employer-centric, make it more quicker in decision-making, right? So,
all right. Well, I mean, we don't have a lot of time.
Yes.
I would like to talk more about all of this, but maybe in the future we'll talk about this. Thank you very much to everybody else, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Such a pleasure.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.